Hi, welcome to this demonstration on just gaining a bit of control over a weanling. This is Claire and myself's new quarter horse. We've bought him for reining. He is well handled by the owners, which is fantastic. But what we're going to do is just teach him some control lessons on the nose, the shoulder and the hip. Now I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently, teaching him to turn and face me than what we do with big horses, only because he is little and we've got to protect his joints. I'm just going to really start just to let him know that when I do look at certain areas he is to move his body, teach him to park against the fence and not just run around, and to turn and face me. So one of the first things I do, I look at my horse and I'm going to send him off to the left. I look at his left shoulder, the point of his shoulder, and I just apply gentle pressure and get firmer and firmer till he moves. As soon as he moves, I take the pressure off him. I look at his hips, I put pressure on the hips till he moves forwards. And every time he stops, I'm just going to send him forward so he gets used to going forward. Hop. 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 Good boy. The next area of the horse I want him to know that I control. Hop. 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 Good boy. The next area that we want to control in this boy is his nose. So what I'll do, I'll pick an area probably 20 feet in front of him and I'll walk to that area looking at his nose. And then I push on his hips, so you must go forward. And as he's trotting around, I won't do anything. If he starts to canter too much, I'll actually do another outside turn to stop him. And now I look at this hip on the right side and ask him to go forward. And I'll ask him again. Good boy. Up. Good boy. And then once he's sort of going forward, then I'm going to look at his nose, walk 20 foot in front of him, to do an outside turn and start pushing on the nose. Hop. Good boy. Hop. Good boy. And then use the hips to say go forward again. I'll look at his nose to say go to the right. Then I look at his hips and say go forward. And I repeat this many times, so he gets an understanding that I am controlling his body. Look at his nose. Good boy, well done. Once he gets a good understanding of turning to the outside, I'm going to push on his nose and park him against the fence. And then just stand here and let him relax. And I turn my back on him so there's no pressure from me on him. Then I'll walk about 20 feet in front of him to the fence. And while I'm here, I want him to look at me. And as he looks better and better at me, I'll just take one foot to the side. And every time he looks away, I'm going to kiss so he looks at me. Like so. Then I move another foot, kiss till he looks, and then I don't kiss, because we're teaching this guy that when I kiss and ask with my body to look at me, he turns and faces. Good boy. If we want him to actually move his feet and walk towards us, I'll take another foot to the side and kiss him to say look at me. Good boy. Good boy. weanlings here, we don't need ropes or anything to force him. But I'm using his own body, because what's going to happen, the more he looks at me, his right side of his neck's going to get a little sore. And that's going to make him go, well, it's easier just to look at me and turn and face me. At any time he gets stuck and doesn't look at me and gets distracted too much from outside, I'll send him forward. Now I'll ask him to walk off forward, do a few more turns, park him against the fence and then restart again. And what will happen after a few times, he'll start to realise he's meant to be looking at me and not actually just looking elsewhere and losing concentration. So what I might do is make the bend a little deeper on him. Right around here. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. And just have some patience with him, because the more times so he's getting stuck here, I'm going to ask him forward and then ask him to look at me again. Good boy. Up. Ask him forward. Up. 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 Good boy. As soon as he stops, I turn my back on him. And then I'll go in front of him again and just keep repeating till he gets the idea to step towards me. So you can see how I just did those few corrections in controlling his nose and hips, that he's actually a little bit more, he's got a bit more concentration on us. Good boy. And now I'm just going to make the bend a little deeper on him. Drive him forward if he goes backwards. Forward again. Good boy. Well done. It's just getting a little hard at the end there. He doesn't know to take these steps, so we're going to make it easier for him by just going back to an easier look. Good boy, hey? Good boy. Good boy. And as soon as he starts to turn towards me, I stop kissing. I don't wait till he looks at me. I start and I finish. I should say I finish as soon as he starts to look. And if he freezes, I send him forward and then ask again. There it is there. Good boy. Hey? So he's trying to figure out the right answer here. He doesn't know whether to go forward or backwards. Good boy. And all we do is we park him, go forward, up. We park him against the fence again, and we just continue doing the process, just making it clearer and clearer. This is all we want. see him looking to his left. So he's not looking at me, so I pull him back towards me by kissing. Good boy. Because we want him focused on us. What's going to happen, you'll start to see shortly, his neck's going to get more uncomfortable, he's going to start making decisions. Now there's going to be quite a few, good boy, wrong decisions. Good man. And there's going to be some good decisions. So that he made a good decision, stepped towards me, so I just take the pressure off. So what I'd continue to do for the next few days, and I'm going to work him every second day. That's enough work for him today. He's got a bit of an idea of when I do kiss, he's meant to look. He's taken his first step towards on cue. So yeah, I'll just give him a quick brush, hose his legs down, rug him up, give him a feed and put him back in his paddock. Now you just got to remember with these youngsters, we don't overwork them because we want them to enjoy it. Another thing I don't like is if the horse is standing there and just comes towards me without me asking, because that's really just saying, horse, you can walk all over me. You know, some people accept it, I don't. I'd prefer to say, horse, look at me, and he turns and faces me when I ask, because as you can see there, he's parked. He should be parked till I tell him to move. Never use force on these young ones or on any horse at all. Really just always remember a couple of rules. Our safety, the horse's safety, and the horse has to be calmer after the lesson, not tired. We can't use force, so when we actually put ropes and stuff on him eventually, we can't use our strength to contain him. We just need to make simple lessons for him to understand. Anyway, well, I hope that sort of gives you a little bit of help on how you can handle your weanlings, yearlings and your adult horses, because there's no difference with the communication side that we use, nose, hips and shoulders control all horses. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. See ya.